Welcome to the Masculine Code Podcast with your host, Jim Vance. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing freaking amazing. And today we're going to talk about integrity and how your lack of integrity keeps you from the life you desire. If you don't know me, my name, like I said, is Jim Vance. I lead a group of men called the Conscious Men, and I teach men to own their power, master their masculinity, and elevate their passion and purpose in the world so they can have the life that they desire. So integrity. It's probably one of the most important words when it comes to the masculine code. And who we are as men, we're guided by our word. We're guided by integrity. And a lot of us don't even have a pretty clear, concise definition of what it is. And hopefully we can define that today and really give us a working definition of what that is. And then what it means to be integral as men. And what it means that when we're out of integrity, how that affects our world around us. Because our integrity drives the people around us. It drives our relationships. It drives who we are being in the world. And so I speak a lot on integrity when it comes to men. I speak a lot on integrity in teaching and in courses and in one-on-ones, is really building the code of integrity within men. Because without this code of who we are, and our word being sacred, and our word being law for us, then we're going to continually mess up in and out of our relationships because we're not able to keep true to ourselves and true to our world. And so what I want to speak on is the idea of what integrity is. Integrity is when we say something out of our mouth, we move toward it with our feet. And the more we're able to move toward it with our feet, we're able to give ourselves the opportunity to make our word become action. And as our words become action, as our words become in alignment with who we are being and what we are doing, we gain confidence in how we show up to the world every day. And a lot of us, we say our word is our bond. Our word is my everything. But we don't keep the one word, and that's the word to ourselves. I think it's the most important word. We'll keep our word to our friends, quote unquote. We'll keep our word to our boss, and we'll keep our word to maybe our wife sometimes. Maybe we'll keep our word to our kids, but we don't keep our word to ourselves. And so we're out of integrity with self more than we are integrity with ourselves. And a lot of times our word to the world is a form of being out of integrity with us because we're doing it in a way to feel good about ourselves instead of doing it in a way that I commit to this because this is something that I'm aligned with. And so we're going to talk all about this today. The first thing we have to know is when we are giving our word to something, when we are putting our name on something, when we are committing ourselves to something, we have to reflect before we commit, right? Is what we're saying we're going to do for somebody or for ourselves in alignment with who we are? And that's important. Because a lot of times we say these things I'm going to start working out every day, and I'm going to read 50 pages a day, and I'm going to eat this kind of way, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this, and and we got a fucking list a mile long about all the things we're going to do and all the ways we're going to show up. But at the end of the day, we can't keep that because it's not in alignment with who we are as men. Because we're just saying things that we hear. We're saying things that we think people want us to do. We're saying things that we think will move us to the next level. We haven't grown in alignment with our identity, with the thing that we say we want out of our mouths. And so we're putting words on false pretenses that we know subconsciously we're never going to follow through. Consciously, we're saying, hey, I'm going to work out 7 days a week. You've been eating fucking bonbons and sitting on the couch for the last 6 months. You're not going to work out 7 days a week. You haven't built that muscle yet. It's not part of your identity. And so subconsciously, you already know you're going to fuck yourself. But consciously, you're choosing to say things in order to make other people feel good or feel proud of you in a moment. You have to redevelop the identity of the man who can follow through on his word for whatever action you're trying to take. And so you have to reflect before you commit. I need to put a lot of reflection on things when people ask me to do things like, is this a full body yes or a full body no? A lot of times I used to be the man that said yes to every fucking body. No matter what the idea was, I'm saying yes because I just want that person to like me and think I'm a good dude. I want that person to feel like I'm a good human being. But at the end of the day, I didn't fucking want to do it. I didn't give a shit about doing it. I didn't care about really helping that person because all I needed them to do was say, man, you're so good. You're so nice. You're so amazing. Thank you so much. Da, 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 da. But I never fucking felt that way because that other person, that wasn't what they were wanting to do. That wasn't something that they signed up for. That wasn't an expectation they were willing to meet. And so I was trying to fulfill a word in order to get a need met for myself. And so I didn't reflect. I didn't reflect before I committed. And so now, being who I am in the world and being who I am with myself and knowing myself and trusting myself and respecting myself and my time and my energy, everything I put my word on, I follow through on because I have reflected on the value of it to me, the alignment of it to me as a man I want to be in the world. And am I going to be a man that can commit time, energy, and resources to this thing and be okay? Like I can do it. And so that's the first part of being integral. Do you reflect on everything you're putting your name on? It's very important. Like I need to reflect on everything I put my name on because I want to make sure if I put my name on it, my word on it, my word is law. I'm going to the man I am. And if it's not in alignment with the man I am, then I'm not going to be able to follow it through. Number two, once I commit, or not even that. Number two, once I reflect on it, I got to have the ability to say no to people, right? Got to have the ability to say no. I think probably one of the hardest things for men to do is to say no. We say yes to everybody. We want everybody to feel good in our presence. We want everybody to feel good around us. We're givers. We're lovers by nature. Men is the loving energy. We are the giving energy. We are the pushers out into the universe. We want everybody to be taken care of, everybody to feel good around us. And so we have a hard time saying no to people. And when we do that, we put ourselves on the back burner. We put our time, our energy, our value on the back burner. I read a quote one time that said, if you're always available, you never have value to people. It's fucking important. Like when you're always available for people, you never have value to them because they know you're going to say yes regardless. And so that becomes an issue. That becomes a problem. That becomes something that you can't fucking follow through. So be comfortable in your no. Like your no needs to be the most comfortable word in your language, right? Most people's most comfortable word is yes. I've grown to power in my no because my no fucking gives me power over me. I know what is aligned for me, for my family, for my future self. And so if it doesn't match those things, then I am not going to say yes to it. I'm going to say no. I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'm not going to be like, no, fuck no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to be like, hey, man, it's not in alignment with what I want to do. I can't say yes to it because I know I won't follow it through. And I'm just being honest. And being honest that way really takes the weight off your shoulders and allows other people to see like, hey, he's fucking authentic. Like at least he told me before he committed that he wasn't going to follow it through anyway. It's very important. I think the third part, once we do commit, once we do say yes, fulfill your word. Match actions with words. Don't just be a mouth breather. I had a mentor for several years, and he always used to tell me, and it was like my favorite thing he used to tell me. It was like, he goes, watch a man's feet. You never watch his mouth. Watch a man's feet. His feet show you where he's going. His mouth tells you where he wants to go. And so you have to fulfill your word with action, not with words. Don't tell me yes and your feet say no. Don't tell me no and your feet say yes. Tell me one thing out of your mouth and your feet move in the same direction. We move in alignment with ourselves, right? And so everything I say, I move toward. I don't say bullshit like I want to make $1 million and I'm sitting on the fucking couch complaining about my minimum wage job. I don't say I want to lose 30 pounds and I'm sitting at the buffet 6 days a week. I don't say I want to have a great relationship, but I'm sitting there numbing out, watching porn, drinking every night. I don't say all of these bullshit statements and then match it with non-aligned action. Everything I do is matched with everything I say is matched with aligned action, because it's thoughts, feelings, and actions that make you become in alignment. So like if I think it, like, hey, I think this is a good idea for me to do, I believe that I can follow through on this, then I need to follow through on it for it to be in alignment. And for me to keep word. Like, I got to be integral as a man. Integrity is huge. So if my word is just word and I don't have actions that match it, then I'm full of shit. I'm full of hot air. And nobody trusts me. Nobody respects me. I don't trust myself or respect myself. Right? This is where men lose their identity with self, is when they say a bunch of shit they're going to do for themselves, yet they never match it with the actions of the doing. Like, hey, I want to be this thing, but I'm not going to do the shit that it requires. And that's when men lose themselves. That's when men forget who they are. That's when men don't know what the fuck to do anymore. They feel lost in the world. They feel lost in the relationships. They feel lost in their job. They feel lost in their body because they fucking stopped matching their word with a fucking action. I want to lose weight. Go fuck work out. Eat better. Talk to yourself better. Start picking things that fuel you and not take the energy out of you. Hey, I want to have a great relationship. Learn how to be emotionally intelligent. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to lead. Learn how to plan. Learn how to express your feelings of love towards somebody else, right? I want to make more money. All right, what does that look like for you? What is your purpose? How do you make purpose? Then what actions are you taking every day to move toward that purpose? Right? Everything that you say to yourself needs to be moved in alignment with action. Because if you don't, you're going to break the code with you. If your word is law for the world, your word needs to be law for you first. You go, then everybody else goes. You go, and then everybody else goes. But if you don't go, nobody else gets a full version of you, because they're showing up. If I break word with myself, I'm going to break word with other people too. They're going to get a broken part of me when I show up for them, because they know I'm going to need something from them to feel good about me. It's very important. I think the fourth thing that's like vital for men, surround yourself with men of the same level of integrity you're trying to bring to the world every day. Like, surround yourself with men that fucking take action on the shit they say. Like, hey, I'm going to send you this thing. And then 6 weeks later, they haven't sent you shit. That man's not the level of integrity you want to be at. Hey, we're going to do this, and they hadn't called to do it. Hey, we're going to do that, and they hadn't done it. Surround yourself with men that you want to move in alignment with every day. Like, you're only, like, who you are and your thoughts, feelings, and actions are a reflection of the 5 people you hang around with the most. So if the people you're hanging around with the most are low energy, low confidence, they tell themselves lies all the time, they're low integrity, they're low leadership, you're going to fucking mirror that into the world every day, because they're just going to imprint on you, and you're going to start to show up in unison with them. So find men that are moving in your direction, maybe men that are higher than you, that you can match up to. Because then and only then will who you think you are, who you show up as, and then who you surround yourself with are all in the same category. Right? It's all about taking your thoughts and bringing them into reality. Taking what your inner knowing is and bringing that shit into fruition every day. Like, I can know a lot of things, but if my actions don't match my knowing, what do I know? If my action doesn't match who I think I am, is who I think I am who I am? And so we have to become very cognizant of the fact that who I'm being in the world needs to be matched with actions that match the thoughts of who I think I am. Needs to match the actions of the words that come out of my mouth. I want to make $1 million. I want to lose weight. I want to have a great relationship. I want to be a great dad. I want to do these things. then start moving in that direction. Is it all going to come to fruition today? No, fuck no. This is a consistent, committed, disciplined effort of showing up for self all the time. And the more we can do that, the more we allow ourselves to do that, we give ourselves the opportunity to grow into this place that feels aligned, that feels powerful, that feels in leadership, and then people can trust us because we trust ourselves. And that's the most important thing. You lead you first, and then everybody else will start to want to be led by you. They want to follow you. They want to be in your presence. They want to be in your energy. But you got to trust you. You got to lead you. You have to be integral with you. And you have to walk the walk every day. Don't talk the talk. Walk the walk. Guys, I hope this word has been powerful for you. I hope this just input of fuck, I've been out of integrity with myself for way too long. It's time to start matching actions or words with actions. When we can start doing that, we start to bring everything in alignment. Not everything is up and down. Everything's in a unison line that matches up and it's moving toward the thing we want all the time. Thank y'all for joining. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you want to learn more from me, if you're looking for a fucking mentor to hold you accountable, to help reformulate the identity you have within, the one that you built with other people, the one that your parents built into you, the one that doesn't align with the man you want to be in the world, I have programs that I run throughout time, but I also do one-on-one. My 3, 6, and 12-month packages right now are wide open. I have 3 spots available for each. And in those, we go in depth to who you are and who you want to be. And then we create a formula that moves you in that direction. We rebuild the identity of the man that leads and doesn't follow, that provides and doesn't lean back, that matches words with fucking action every damn day. He has the life he wants, the health he wants, and the relationship he desires. If you're ready for that, click the link in the bio. Set up some time on my calendar. It says work with me now. Not in the bio, in the show notes. And let's fucking talk and see if we can create a path forward for you today. Guys, I hope you have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon. Peace out.